Hi everyone, it's Vicki here today with you, and it's Mixed Media Monday for Hip Kit Club. And today my assignment is to back a cut file with mixed media and scrap a selfie. So I picked out the cut file from the subscribers section on the website, and there's one that says too cool for my shades. So as I have shades on in the selfie, I just wanted to use the word shades without the rest. So I separated that and I kept the outline and the inner parts. And this is not strictly backing a cut file with mixed media, but what I'm doing is I'm colouring the backing of the cut file, if you see what I mean. So the inner part. So you'll see how that goes as I go along. So I've just got out the Lindy's Magicals powders and I've watered them down, and I have got the three colours there. So the first one I've used is Golden Sleigh Bells, that's on the S. And then I've added in a bit of Rambling Rose Pink mixed with the yellow to make a bit of an orange. And then we move along into the pink itself. And then in a moment, I'm going to add some of the purple, which is called Teapot Purple. So you'll just see how I do that. I just sort of colour it. So we've sort of almost got a rainbow with the three colours. So I'm not overly keen on that purple on its own. So you'll see I add a little bit of yellow into there in a second. There you go, just to tone it down a little. So that's done. It's not dry yet. And I pulled out some texture paste and the Vicki Boutin stencil here, the hexagon one. And I'm just putting some paste onto each letter. And the reason I didn't want it to dry is because I don't want the paste to be really super white. So I want it to sort of blend into the letter. And you'll see in a bit when it's dry that it actually does do that. When I was scraping it on, it just picks up a bit of the ink and then it's just not quite so bright. Just adds that extra texture, and you can see it at the top there dry. So the next thing I do is something you don't really see on the final layout. I was planning to put this stencil down, put the texture paste through it, and then add some colour around it. But what I realised after I did it was I was just using normal cardstock and I hadn't put any gesso, and I knew that if I started spraying that it was going to warp terribly and ruin my paper. So I didn't want to do that, so I decided against it. And so you don't really see it on the final layout, but I'm okay with that. It's there, you can kind of see it, but not very well. So I'm just arranging the layout as I envisage it to look at the end. And these are the flowers from Paige Evans' Whimsical Collection, which are in the, I believe, the embellishment kit. And there are lots of them. Paige always bumps up her packs with lots of florals, so really cool. So I'm just putting all those on the page. You can see there, most of the flowers are covered from that stencil, but that's okay. So that's pretty much how it's going to look. I just pulled out the packaging from this exclusive set of frames. Also, let me just check which kit that's from. That's from the main kit. And I'm using the paper backing, so for backing my photos. So that's the packaging. So I've used that. It's a great sort of plaid there, and it's really, really cute. So I've also picked out those Vicki Boutin butterflies, really, really nice layered butterflies. And now I think I'm going to start to stick things down. Here we go. So my phone was a bit wobbly then, not sure why. Okay. So I just took a quick photo of it so that I don't forget where everything goes, and I'm going to start sticking. So the first thing I'm going to do is put some foam after sticking the base down. I'm going to put some foam on those letters. So I'm just using wet glue there to stick the base of the letters to the layout. So you can see what although I'm not technically backing it, I am. So I've got the outline, which you would normally just back up with some papers, but I'm actually putting that on top rather than underneath, if that makes sense. So here we go, just getting some foam to back the letters, and I'll skip through this so that you don't need to watch it. I just used some funky foam from the range here in the UK, and does the trick. It's sticky back. So here we go. So now I'm going to stick the letters down. got slightly stronger glue there, only because I was sticking it on top of that texture and I wanted to make sure it stayed. So stick each letter down. The good thing about this is I can't possibly spell it wrong and put the letters the wrong way around because they're already there for me. Believe me, I've done that before. So there we go. So shades, and I'm just going to back the photo with some foam as well to pop that up because it will sit slightly on top of the word. And then I'm just going to add in the florals back in with gluing them down. And I have the photo, so I remember where everything goes. The butterfly, the Vicki Boutin butterfly at the top, I kept the foam on. The lower one that goes on the letters, I actually took it off because it was just sticking up a little bit too much on the already foamed letters. So here we go, just putting these florals back on, so everything back in its place. I'm sort of tone on tone with them. Apart from at the end, there weren't any in that purpley colour, but that's okay. They're still purpley tones. Okay, so there's the butterfly, took the foam off, and just sticking the photo down. And excuse that, that was my phone beeping to tell me I have a message. And these thickers from the Truly Grateful collection, just spelling my, so it says My Shades. That's the title of my layout. And I think the final thing is some splatters. And oh, here we go. Sorry, I've just put a couple of tags on there from the Truly Grateful. Just that one says Happy Day, and the other one I'm going to put down says Wonderful. And just a little star on there as well. Just put Wonderful on the yellow. Play with that a little bit, make sure I've got the right position. And now the splatters. So I just do yellow and purple splatters. I've just put those on. I actually go back and put some more on because there aren't very many once I wipe them up. So I just want to put a few more. So I've just essentially got them on the two S's, around the two S's. And I've covered my photos so I don't get it on there. And I think that's pretty much it. And you're going to see the final layout any second. Yep, there it is. That's the final layout. I hope it inspires you for the cut files and also to try some mixed media in a slightly different way. I have a few close-ups coming up, and there they are. This has been Vicky for Hit Kit Club. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.